Get ready to experience a powerful musical performance and also join into the movement that's already changing lives. Don't miss this special concert of the Red Album, live right here on The Alexian Show.
He's a Florida witch with something to say. Your friendly old sage with a teddy bear face. The Alexian Show. The magic's on its way. He's all set to play, so let's not delay. Welcome to Alexian Show.
Merry meet everyone. I'm Alexian, and joining me today is my co-host, Draken. I just have to find her. There she is.
Hey!
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I am doing fantastic. I'm really excited.
I am excited too. Everybody has worked so hard to prepare for today and get everything going. Not only energy-wise, but tech-wise, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry for the 5-minute delay to get the show started, but we were just working the kinks out. So we're all ready to go, and here we are. So welcome to our powerful and moving episode 16 of the Alexian Show. Yeah, today we're bringing you an extraordinary experience featuring 7 remarkable artists from the Red Album, a heartfelt music project created to champion reproductive rights. This album is a fundraising force, donating 100% of its profits to NAF and Elevated Access. Together, these organizations provide crucial support for healthcare access and personal freedom. Get ready to feel the passion, the resilience, and the hope in every performance. You're in for a treat, guys. Stay tuned and join us in supporting this incredible cause. And we want to know where you're watching from. So please drop your location into YouTube comments. We'd love to hear from you. Now, you may have noticed there's something different today, and that's that big red square in the upper right corner of the screen. Okay, so that is your links to donate and buy the album. For collectors out there, you're going to want to go to paganmusic.com for physical CDs and bracelets. I own paganmusic.com along with my husband Victor, and I think we have about 10 CDs and about 10 USB bracelets left in stock. They are so cool, Draken. Like, I'm thinking about buying one myself.
Yes.
I mean, like, it's a collector's item, you know? And that is a cool thing also I want to bring up is if you buy the CD, the physical CD or USB bracelet from paganmusic.com, because I'm the one, my little 2 hands are going to ship it to you. I'm going to also autograph it for you. And I thought, isn't this cool that you could have a piece of history to hold in your hands that has my autograph on it, but you can take it to all the other artists when they perform or at festivals and get their autographs too. And no two are going to be alike, and they will be a collector's item for sure.
Yes.
Right? And remember, all the donations go to our charities NAF and Elevated Access. Now, besides going to paganmusic.com, you can also go to theredalbum.org, and that will redirect you to Bandcamp. Bandcamp is where you can get your digital downloads for, right? And again, the money goes to the charities. Also, if you maybe already bought an album or a USB bracelet, you can go to bit.ly/theredalbum, and that will redirect you to GoFundMe, where you can just do straight up donations to support the cause. Every penny will be donated to NAF and Elevated Access. Okay, so maybe you can't grab an album right now. No worries. Just stream our songs on Spotify on a daily basis to help generate revenue for the cause. So all these QR codes will direct you to these links that are in that upper right corner. And don't worry, they'll be back. They will definitely be back during the show. We're so excited about our guests today, you know. But if you would like to be a guest yourself or know somebody that would be perfect, all they have to do is go to alexianmusic.com/guest to apply to be on the Alexian Show. We would love to have you on. And don't take the word apply so seriously, people. It's not like you're applying for a job. It's so that I can gather your email address and name and contact you so that we can make it happen. That's all it is. You know, so remember, this is an interactive show, so we'll be, you know, checking the comments in YouTube for questions. Draken is covering the YouTube comments, so don't be shy. Ask your questions just by typing them in. We will ask the questions that you type in to the artists after each individual performance. And lastly, don't forget to click that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Did you know that every one of those actions triggers an algorithm? So it's another way that you can help us get the word out, right? Literally, you know, going click on the like button triggers an algorithm and it shares it with more people. So it's exponential. The more people that like, the more it's shared with other people in their feed. So click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. And lastly, be a helper. You know, if you know somebody that might want to tune in real quick, because this is live, guys. This is not pre-recorded. If you know a friend that's like-minded that wants to tune in, tell them about it right quick. Text them, send them a Facebook message, and let them know to tune in and watch the free Red Album concert, because it's happening right now. Hey, Draken, how is the comments coming? Are people telling us where they're from?
Yeah. I mean, while you've been talking, I've been throwing it up on the screen, so you probably haven't had time to like.
I haven't.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got quite a few people from all over the place, and I'm just randomly throwing up their comments as we go.
Excellent. Well, listen, we don't want to delay with a bunch of hula in the beginning. We're going to jump right into this concert. So here we go.
It's time for Enchanted Verse.
Prepare to be captivated by Sydney Michael, a mesmerizing pagan artist from the Red Album. With a dynamic blend of classical, jazz, rock, and glam rock, Sydney's music channels 25 years of magical, eclectic practice. Her anthem, My Body Is Mine, is a bold and unapologetic rallying cry for bodily autonomy and reproductive rights. Get ready to feel her power and her passion. Please help welcome Sydney Michael.
Hello there.
There we go. Awesome.
Thank you.
My pleasure, darling. So let's get a little serious. Let's talk about the whole process here. Where were you when you found out about Roe versus Wade being overturned?
Well, like many of us on the Red Album, I was at PSG, and I heard it announced in morning meeting, and the shockwave of grief and outrage and terror was palpable. And I mean, most of us walked around a lot of that day in a daze and trying to figure out how to feel and what to do. And that afternoon, I went to the songwriting workshop that Alane had put together. And most of us were still kind of in a daze. And as we went around and shared songs and talked about things, and it just sort of came out of my mouth, we got to do something. We need a Red Album. And it just clicked with everybody there. And that was kind of how the ball got rolling.
Wow. So what was your songwriting process from that moment forward?
Truthfully, it spilled out of me. It was one of those things, I kind of had to wait a little bit for the right moment. I think the rage had to percolate a little bit. But it all just kind of spilled out of me in the span of like an hour. It was one of those rapid fire downloads of a song.
Yes. I understand this. Okay, so one last question. What do you hope your listeners will take away from the song specifically?
Regardless of who you are or where you are or what gender you identify as, you have control over your own body, and no one anywhere should be able to take that from you.
A woman. All right, let's hear your song.
All right, let's do this. They think we'll just lay down and take it, like we've done so many times before, that we'll just close our eyes and fake it. Let our fears disappear us into broken, obedient whores. I don't know about you, but I've been there and I'm through kissing ass, holding back my sass while they take everything from me. I'm gonna be loud and proud. I'm gonna stand up and take up space. If you don't like it, get out of my twisted, it ain't your place. If you don't like it, get out of my space. I don't answer to you. My body is mine. They want to turn back time, make our world dance fantasy in their minds. Donna Reed, hand-pressed tweed, picket fences and false pretenses, while their jackboots on our necks choke out our last breath. I don't know about you, but I've been there and I'm through kissing ass, holding back my sass while they take everything from me. I'm gonna be loud and proud. I'm gonna stand up and take up space. If you don't like it, get out of my face. My body is mine, all mine. Don't get it twisted, it ain't your place. If you don't like it, get out of my space. I don't answer to you. My body is mine. I am woman, hear me roar. Go ahead and try to take me down while I kick down all these doors. I am woman, hear me roar. Go ahead and try to take me down. I'll leave you broken on the floor. I'm gonna be loud and proud. I'm gonna stand up and take up space. If you don't like it, get out of my face. My body is mine, all mine. Don't get it twisted, it ain't your place. If you don't like it, get out of my space. I don't answer to you. My body is mine.
Very powerful.
Thank you.
Very, very powerful, as are yourself. Okay, let's bring Draken back on, and let's see if we have some questions that came in for you.
I don't have any questions yet, but people were loving it, except for it was a little quiet. I think you must have adjusted it during.
I turned it up a little bit, yes.
Yeah. So we're loving it. That was actually, it was a powerful song. It's kind of the thing that I want to like stand in the middle of the square and scream. You know?
That was the entire point.
Yeah. Yeah.
dream goals would be for this to become a protest anthem.
Yeah. For sure.
If I go to a protest and I hear people singing this, I will cry.
Right?
While I'm here,
Aw.
I do want to introduce the two gentlemen behind me.
Please do.
Because while I did record this as a solo artist, these guys are my band. We are the Crossroad Convergence, and this is Papa Joe Credit, which some of you may be familiar with him. Amazing guitar player and songwriter, has been around the Pagan mindset for years and years. And over here we have David Nebuloni, who has been drumming for us. We've been together as a band for about 5 years now. And so when I knew we were doing this, I was like, okay, no, I can't just sing to a track. That's not going to work. So I brought the guys in and I was like, hey, let's do this. And we have music out there too, but we can discuss that later.
Yes, but, along those lines, if people want to check out what Sydney has to offer, all you have to do is go to the link tr.ee/crossroad convergence website, and you'll find all things Sydney there. Right? How many bands did you say you were in the other day?
I'm currently in 3 and possibly 4.
Wow. Well, keep it coming, sister. Keep it coming.
Will do.
Thank you. Don't go away. We're going to have you back on the end of the show to say goodbye. All right? We'll see you then. All right. Give a like button a high five. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe and tap that bell. And remember, this is an interactive show, so type your questions into the chat. Draken is going to go back into the shadows and watch those comments like a hawk. So give her something to play with. Okay, our next guest is known for her work with Spiral Rhythm and her passion for music, dance, and activism. Kira Lang brings us her powerful solo song, Hands Off, Bands Off, from the Red Album. This anthem of empowerment champions bodily autonomy and human rights. Everyone, please welcome Kira Lang. Hey. So, where were you on the night of... fill in the blanks. Where were you when RVW went to shit?
I was actually at PSG as well.
Oh, you were there too.
The news at the morning meeting. Yeah. It was devastating. Something I never, ever had thought would happen.
Wow. And then, how did you get involved with the Red Album? Were you there when all of this brainstorming happened then as well?
So, no, I actually was not at the workshop. I don't know where I was exactly when the workshop was happening, but I found out about the workshop afterwards, and because Kiki was at the workshop, and Spiral Rhythm decided to make a song when the Red Album came about. And I actually originally had not been a part of making the rap that I made. I was actually just helping out in the background with Spiral Rhythm, and I don't remember everything I did, but it was a lot of online stuff, helping out and stuff like that. And then the rap actually came to me when I was driving home, and I was listening to an audiobook. And now I don't even remember which audiobook, but it had to do with women's rights in the original fight for Roe v. Wade, and it just got me so angry, and all of those words had to go somewhere. So I started creating the rap, and I actually was creating it on my drive home from work. I had to turn off the audiobook because I was like, I can't even drive. I had to pull over, wrote a few lines, drove some more, pulled over, wrote a few more lines, got home, sat in the driveway in the car, writing more lines, and it all came out.
Wow.
And then I texted, and the album was pretty much, everybody had already committed, and they were like, well, we don't know if we have space or not. And I was like, if you don't, it can be a bonus. That's fine. I don't care. I just felt like this has to be out there somewhere. And so they found a little spot for me on the album.
Not a little spot, a big spot.
Well, yeah. A
Okay.
3-something-minute spot.
So, I have to say this. Like, when I was first getting to know you, it was a little confusing because you're this, quiet mama type character, right? And then all of a sudden, there's this rapper woman going fierce in this song, and I'm like, wow, who's that? And it took me a moment to realize they were one and the same person,
I'm actually a professional nanny.
Oh my God.
And I did hip hop and rap in high school. So
Well, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
You're the rapping nanny.
Rude.
So what do you hope your listeners will take away from your song specifically?
I want people to feel like they can be empowered by just saying it, just being able to use the words that maybe they can't come up with themselves. Because that's the way I felt as a kid. Always like, I don't know how to say what I'm feeling, but, rap was one of the original forms of, protests too about conditions in the neighborhood and stuff. So, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, show us your fierce.
Ready?
Yep.
Hands off, bands off. Better keep your hands off, bands off me. My body is a temple, not your property. I don't follow your faith, don't put your sin on me. My body is my own and not an incubator. It's a sacred vessel, it's a blessing generator. My body gives me pleasure in touch, taste, and laughter. I use it how I want. Your opinion doesn't matter. My body is my home to live and to love, and it's not your business what's in my oven.
Hands off, bands off.
Keep your hands off, bands off me. Yeah. Hands off, bands off. Vote for bodily autonomy. My body is a shrine the goddess gave to me to protect, you respect. I decide my destiny, my body's my expression. To dress, paint, change, male, female, in between, none, or rearrange. My body is sacred, seat of heart and soul. Any color, shape, or size, whether young or old. My body is a blessing, born to be free. So keep your hands and your bands far away from me.
Hands off, bands off.
Hands off,
Bands off me.
yeah.
Hands off, bands off.
Stand up and march with me. My body is amazing. Life it can't create, but it's my body, my choice, my life, my take. Body can nurture and grow a family. I decide to or not, it's called autonomy. My body will travel through space and time. Next life, next body, the choice is still mine. My body born of nature, the elements manifest. In the circle spiraling, God and God is blessed, yeah.
Hands off, bands off.
Keep your hands off, bands off me, yeah.
Hands off, bands off.
Gotta fight to
Every
body is free. My body is a temple. My body is my own. My body gives me pleasure. My body is my home. My body is a shrine. My body's my expression. My body is sacred. My body is a blessing. My body is amazing. My body can nurture. My body will travel. My body born of nature. My body born of nature. Elements manifest. In the circle spiraling, God and God is blessed. Say it.
Hands off, bands off. Keep your hands off, bands off me. Hands off, bands off.
You gotta
Keep your hands off, bands off me.
Keep your hands off, bands off me, damn it.
Exactly.
I love it. That was awesome. All right, let's bring on Draken and see if we have some questions from our viewers.
That was amazing. I will tell you that the main thing going on in the chat is that the guests are very soft.
Okay.
Maybe I am still soft. I don't know. Your level is perfect.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we worked on this so
I've
before I
already,
started.
yeah, I'm already turning people up just so everybody knows. I don't know what's going on. My output is different from everybody else's, I suppose, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But go ahead. We have questions.
No, we got a lot of like cheers and a lot of
Yay!
yeah, it's fantastic.
Hey, this is the first concert we've done over StreamYard, guys, so bear with. We're
Yeah.
doing our best. We're doing our best. But I am turning everybody up. I think I've gotten everybody turned up now. So,
Yes.
what's next? I lost my place.
We need to talk a little bit more about find more music.
Yes. If you will excuse us, Kira, we have QR codes to pitch.
Gotcha.
We'll be back. Don't go away. We'll see you
Not
at the
going
end.
anywhere.
All right. Okay, so it's that time. If you didn't catch it the first time, bring out your magic wands. You know, these things that we carry around every day, 24/7 with us. Bring out your magic wands because we got some QR codes for you to scan again. So, let me get to the right place, yeah. You know what? We need to bring out back Sparkle Rhythm real quick first.
Yeah.
We forgot to... sorry, guys. I forgot about your website.
Yes.
Yeah, so we want people to know where they can go to get more information about you. And if you would like to check out more about what Kira has to offer, she's actually using the spiralrhythm.net website, which looks like that. And I also have to just show this picture that I forgot to flash on the screen earlier. I was working with volumes and I didn't want to miss Rapamama there. Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes.
So the track that's on the Red album is actually was created by Richard Anthony, who's in the background.
Ah,
That's
nice.
my boy.
That's your boy. And listen,
and
I love...
Rob also added some tracks like the guitar and
He's the
stuff.
first of our Tribe Babies,
where I
isn't he?
recorded at Root Cellar Music
first of
in
our
Atlanta,
Tribe
the Atlanta
Babies.
area.
Rob's a genius. And I love what your son, Richard, is doing here right now. He is plugging in his headset to what? To nature. To the tree.
To nature.
This was from the video. If you've not seen the video of her rapping in the woods with her son in the background, it is phenomenal. So go check that out. Yeah.
Kiki's son.
Oh, Kiki's son. Okay.
You can have part ownership.
Richard.
I'll adopt him. Half of him.
I'll share name and birthday with him.
I would love to see this as like a picture you could purchase because like that whole plugging into nature thing is phenomenal.
That is fun.
We can make that
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. So spiralrhythm.net. All right. So now we're going to pitch our QR codes.
There we go.
Yes. I just have to get to the right place. So again, if you would like a physical CD or USB bracelet, please go to paganmusic.com. We have about 10 of each left at the beginning of the day. And I'll autograph them for you, and you can get others to autograph them as well, and they become collector's items. If you would like to download digital downloads, you're going to scan this QR code with your fancy magic wand, and that will redirect you to the redalbum.org where you can get those downloads real fast. Also, you can also just go to bit.ly/theredalbum, which will redirect you to our GoFundMe page where you can directly donate to NAF and Elevated Access through the Red Album. And if you can't grab an album right now, no worries. Just stream our songs daily on Spotify to help generate revenue for the cause. Even if you've already bought an album, you can make an even greater impact simply by just listening. You know, Draken, someone once asked me when they should stop streaming the Red Album. You know what I told them?
Never.
Well, until it's no longer needed.
Yes.
That's the answer. And that's the hope, right? that it's no longer needed. That's where we want to be. All right. So don't forget to give that like button a high five, subscribe, and tap the bell. I'll be back.
Ding, ding. Well, let's see. We have got Alexian coming up next, and hopefully you can hear me pretty well. Alexian is the winner of the IPMA's Best Pagan Male Artist of the Year 2021. He weaves earth-centered spirituality with his modern electronic music. He's high priest, music educator, and creator of many captivating pagan melodies. Alexian brings magic to music like no other. Get ready for an unforgettable performance of his Red Album song, Born of Crime. Let's see if he's ready here.
I'm
There
ready.
you are. Hey. So tell me a little bit about what inspired your song, Born of Crime.
So, when I believe it was Alane Brown asked me to participate in the album, I thought, well, of course I'll help out. I would love to be a part of this. And then it really quickly hit me. I had no idea about any of this because I'm a gay man and I've never really had anybody in my family have to deal with it personally. So I decided to educate myself, which is what everybody should do. Educate themselves, right?
Yeah.
And so I started talking to women. I talked to a lot of women. And I talked to women on both sides of the coin. Some fiercely Christian and against abortion. But I talked to, both sides. But in the process of that, there was a common thread that started to emerge. And that was the word choice. To have a choice. To have a voice. And that ended up as part of my bridge of the song, the actual apex of the song. And from there, I started doing more research, and I decided to write my song about a young lady who gets raped and ends up being forced to carry the child to birth and ends up dying in childbirth. So it's a happy song. Yes, no, it's not. I actually...
This is not a happy thing.
This is not a happy thing. And I found myself literally in the studio crying. I was actually crying to my own song because I was so heartbroken that this type of song had to be written,
And that it really does happen.
It does really happen, and my research shows that my song, my specific song, has happened before I wrote the song. And sadly, it's happened since I've written the song.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
your song is part of a larger movement that's centered around protecting reproductive rights. How does it feel to use your art as a tool for activism?
Well, good, of course. I mean, just being able to do something, not being, someone in power, quote unquote, right, over the masses. It feels good to be able to voice maybe what these young ladies are not able to voice, and be a mouthpiece for them,
Yeah, just another, So, what do you hope listeners take away from your song specifically?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, again, back to that word education. Please educate yourself. But, also realize there is no black and white. There is no black and white answer to this issue. There just isn't. Okay? But, again, what came out in my research and talking to women is choice.
Yeah.
Choice.
Yeah.
Right? They should be allowed the choice. Bodily autonomy. End of story.
Yeah.
End of story. That's it.
And too many of us have suffered
Yeah.
to not. Well, I'd say the stage is yours. Let's hear it.
Thank you. laying spread wide. First pain, then shock. She begged and begged for him to please stop. Through muffled cries, rehooked his belt. Don't tell anyone or else. Born of crime, born of crime. Look away, pay no mind, take her rights. Don't touch mine. Roe versus Wade. Human rights denied. Faith is law. Now pay the fine. Another vote. Another dime. Born of crime. She stumbled in, scared and alone, her head held down, trying to lie low. Already knew what dogs spied. Suicide pierced her mind. Born of crime, born of crime. Look away, pay no mind, take her rights. Don't touch mine. Roe versus Wade. Human rights denied. Faith is law. Now pay the fine. Another vote. Another dime. A song of strength. A song of hope. Our song of unity. A song to cope. A song that drowns their oppressive voice. To have a voice, to have a choice. Her life was taken away on that day. She was forced to bear the white man's babe, laid on her deathbed, coddled and held. Her mother cried out, she's only 12. Born of crime, born of crime. Look away, pay no mind, take her rights. Don't touch mine. Roe versus Wade. Human rights denied. Faith is law. Now pay the fine. Another vote. Another dime.
Sorry, I have to stop crying.
Okay, I can hear you now. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You're that upset that you had to go off camera?
Actually, I don't know what happened.
Aw.
But, anyway, yeah, that was really powerful. Goodness.
I hope it makes a difference.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been sitting here trying to, like, collect myself so I could get back on stage here. So, yeah, I don't even know what to say. There's just all of us, just as truly powerful. Now, let's talk a little bit about where people can find your music. Let me take you off for a minute so you can get related to your chair, okay? Okay. Sorry, I'm trying not to blubber. We'll have Alexian back here in just a second, and we'll finish up. All right. All right. Where are you at? You ready? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. So, let me throw this on here. If you'd like to check out more of what Alexian has to offer, visit alexianmusic.com. He has his music there, his courses, and a thriving private community, not to mention his Shan of the Month Club, which is amazing. Again, that's alexianmusic.com. And then don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell. That's karma points.
Thank you, Draken.
Yes, thank you. All right.
Thank you. All right. And I have to say also thank you to Victor, my husband, who is helping out in the background. He was running the slideshow for me on my segment. So thank you, baby. I love you. Okay. Yes, everybody loves Victor. Get in line.
Yeah, I know.
Get in line. Get in line. That's what I tell everybody. Okay, our next guest is a gifted multi-instrumentalist and soulful singer-songwriter. Today, Meren King brings us her stirring track, Goddess Calling, from the Red Album. Rooted in nature and spirituality, her music calls upon ancient goddesses to empower women and stand for justice. Prepare yourself for a powerful, heartfelt performance. Everybody, please welcome Miss Meren King.
Hey everybody.
Hey baby. How you doing?
I'm wrecked right now because of your song,
Oh.
but I'll be all right in just a minute.
Yeah. Well, listen, I adore your song. Like, I just love the beat. I love the background vocals. I love your words. I love everything about your song.
Come stand with me.
Ah, yes. Come forward. Introduce your background singer.
So this is Laura Coleman, and she's going to be singing with me today, and she's doing the desk camp part, and absolutely wonderful. She's been fantastic this whole time that I've been here this week doing recording for my new album.
I'm drying my eyes, Alexian.
Oh, bless you. I adore that. Thank you. There's no happier feeling to a musician, as I'm sure you can attest, Meren, is when you move somebody, you know, whether it be mentally or emotionally, right? And I have to say this, Laura, I've been looking at you the whole time we've been going through rehearsals, but you're freaking me out, girl. And I know Victor's in the background going, I know exactly what he's talking about. Okay, so you look exactly like my niece.
Oh.
Like, I'm like totally serious after this concert. We have to privately DM, and I'm going to send you a picture of my niece. You're going to freak out. She could be your twin.
Can I call you Uncle Alexian?
Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome job, Alexian. That sounded amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, it was
Thank
awesome.
you.
I just wanted
But
to
this is not about me. This is about Meren and her song "Goddess Calling." Yes. So, what went through your mind when you heard about R.V. Wade, Roe v. Wade?
I want to fix the audio first. Give me just a second.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to go to. There we go. There's no echo. All right. So I also was at Pagan Spirit Gathering, and I remember sitting in morning meeting when they announced it, and I burst out tears. It was just a general moaning and wailing over it. It was just awful. And a bunch of folks did go to Alane's workshop, but I didn't have the heart for it. I didn't have the heart to go and talk about, you know, making music when so many people were going to be losing their lives and just losing their choice. But when I was in my booth and when everybody came back, I heard the general murmur of, "We're going to do an album." And at that time, I didn't have the heart to write. So I said, "Well, I'll help you guys in any way I can." And I ended up helping to do some logistical stuff with t-shirts and things like that. And probably about a week before the deadline of everybody needing to have their music in, Alane came to me and said, "Are you absolutely sure that you don't have a song?" And I was like, "Well, I've been messing with things, but I'm so angry." Right. It's all that's happening is anger and calling down all of the goddesses to wreak havoc on everyone that was trying to cause all this hurt and this pain and taking away all of our rights. Uh, so she said, "Are you absolutely positive?" I said, "You know what? Let me take a look at it." And I cut down about 4 full pages of anger to, um, I think the song is about 4 minutes long, and it is now calling to the goddesses and saying, "Come and join us and help us to do what's right for our sisters."
Mm-hmm. And man, did you ever? You really did. I feel them descending when I listen to your song.
Barely. I'm sorry, say it again. The headphones were turned down.
Oh, I said that you did a great job because every time I listen to your song, I can feel them descending.
Yeah, I have to be careful, make sure I'm rooted, because there's some pretty powerful women that I'm calling down to help
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love your song. I love it, love it, love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
So your evolution of your song was to work through the anger.
Right. And I had started the song, actually. I was so this happened in June, and I was trying to put something together, and that's when I found out that I was just too angry to do it. But I was with Gina. I was doing a little bit of touring with Gina, and I got the drum down, and I got the music, the melody down, and I just had way too many words. But then like I said, I worked over the next month or so, and didn't feel that it was ready. And Alane's gentle push got me to say okay, and I put together within a week the melody, the descant, and the bass, and some MIDI drums, because at the time I didn't have a way to to really record a good djembe. I sent it down to Gina Lamont, and she did some mix mastering magic and sent it off to Rob Coleman, and which is where I am right now at Root Cellar Music Studios working on my newest album. And he worked his magic and gave me lots of encouragement in the song, and here we are.
And here we are. Last question. What do you hope your listeners will take away from your song specifically?
Courage to stand up for your own choices.
Yeah.
And the courage to stand up for the choices of all of the females in your life. Mm-hmm. And this song actually extends out beyond reproductive care. And it stands for all choices that you may make concerning your own body. And that is what I want people to take with them, is the courage and the strength to do what's right.
So mote it be.
So mote it be. All right, give us a second. We're going to go get in the other room. We'll be right back.
You go for it, darling. Okay, while they set up, I'm going to talk about this project and tell you how dear it has become to my heart. As I said earlier, I didn't know anything about it, and I had to educate myself, right? And since then, I've learned so many things that I had no idea were even possible in real life that is happening to women and young women, as my song talks about as well. So I encourage you, if you don't know anything about it, educate yourself, open your mind, open your heart, and let that knowledge come into your circle of being, because we all need to support each other in this fight for the right to have bodily autonomy and reproductive rights. Okay, let's check back in with them. I think they might be ready. Are we set? Look how fast she went, like little bunnies.
Give them a thumbs up.
That thumbs up.
Okay, go for it. Take it away.
I call to move, great mother of all. Arrange as one we call to thee in this our time of need. Your primordial waters, we call virtue of others. Give to us its power of life as we traverse these dark days.
The goddess comes, we
I call to Tiamat, your goddess of the sea. This is what we call to thee in this our time of need. Cry, little child, your daughters call for your aid. Give to us your chaos of swim into us.
the goddess comes, we
I call on Ellen, goddess of the waves, shining what we call to in this our time of peace. Forger of the pathways, you guide us with your light. Give to us divine insight to choose the path for the steadfast.
the goddess comes, we
I call on this, great mother of faith, time of what we call to thee in this our time of peace. Praise up to Michael, the goddess of the name, just reign around the world of ones to keep us in true praise.
the goddess comes, we
I call, because of ultimate power. Strong is what we call to thee in these vital hours. Fill us with your fierceness, bring forth our holier queens. Just crush the ones who seek control our
we I call us all. We goddesses in this round. Brilliant love I seem to be. Stand for your sisters. We stand for their choice. Bodies are violent and good to you. We come in our way to do it as we please.
Wow. Wow. Very nice. Very, very nice. I love it, love it, love it, love it. As they make their way back to I've termed the interview mode. I am going to tell you again to get your magical wands out, because here just shortly we're going to go over those QR codes again. And we appreciate each and every one of you tuning in and supporting this project and buying the merch, as well as the digital downloads, and donating and just listening. But I'll talk about that in detail again in just a second. All right, here we go. Welcome back to interview mode.
Interview mode.
All right, Draken, do we have any questions that came in?
Hey, no, I think we're all just kind of sitting here going,
Well, that's a good thing. We're making an impact.
Yeah, we're all just kind of in awe, and that was beautiful. That was absolutely stunningly beautiful.
Oh,
thank you.
Well, I it's a little different than what's on the Red album. And I had some amazing people come and help me to make it this big, beautiful thing that you heard. Laura Coleman, Rob Coleman, Kira Lang, John Skogland, Stephen Curtin. They all contributed vocals. John contributed drums. And of course, I put my 2 different drums in. Plus, we have a lot of wonderful music, MIDI tracks in the back. Yeah, I really love this version. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's very powerful.
I love both.
Thank you very much.
I love both.
Yeah, the other one's nice and simple.
Well, it's gorgeous. It's the words in the voice, your voice, you know. Just
thank you.
Takes me, you know. Takes me to another dimension, another level. I love it. I'm actually thinking about using your song in Ritual, just so you know.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Yeah.
More than welcome.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank
more
you.
than welcome.
All right. Well, don't go away. We're gonna have you back at the end to say goodbye. Okay.
Yep.
All right. See you then. If you are enjoying our performances, give that like button a high five. Slap it on the ding dong. Okay.
Alexian,
Yes,
I need to
ma'am.
take us back just a couple of steps.
Oh, I skipped it again, didn't I?
Yeah.
I am so sorry. We forgot about your website, so I have you back. And she can't hear me, so it's okay. We'll just go to the slide itself.
All right, and it's up on the screen.
Yeah, if you'd like to find out more about Meren King and her music, please go to merenking.bandcamp.com. I don't know why I keep skipping that part, but yeah, it's there. It's right there in front of me. So merenking.bandcamp.com. She's got many recordings. You can see them all there listed. Like, she's a productive musician. So check out her other stuff as well. Okay. So, yes, we already talked about liking everything, but here we go. Bring out your wands. Bring out your magic wands. All right. If you would like a physical copy or a USB bracelet, I should have had one out to show you guys. It's really cool.
Really cool.
It's like a strap. It's made out of, I don't know, like a flexible rubber vinyl thing. And it goes around your wrist. And the USB plug actually plugs into the other side. So it actually snaps into place. But it's a USB, and not only does it have the music on it, oh, no. It has a whole collection of photos. It has a whole collection of artwork. It has the explanation about what this symbol on the front of the cover actually means, because the artist put together a whole thing about explaining each part of this sigil and what it means magically. And it is not a curse. It is actually a blessing and a protection symbol. So you'll have to check that out in the USB drive. Also, there's a songbook. There's actually a songbook with all the lyrics and even the chords and everything. If you play guitar or piano, you can actually play the songs for yourself and sing along with the lyrics right there in the songbook. There is also the lovely photo teaser videos that Sydney Michael put together for the project. And there's also the long play teaser videos that I mixed out of everybody's submissions of their video recordings, which is of course on YouTube as well. So, but it's in the USB drive as well. There's so many things in that USB drive. And I do believe there's not only the MP3 recordings, but there's also the HD full high res versions of each song on that USB drive too. So to get your USB drive or your CD, go to paganmusic.com and I will autograph it for you and send it right out in the mail with these two little hands. And then you can take it around and get everybody else's signature, and it becomes a collector's item, a keepsake for sure. And then, because, we hope that we no longer have to do this soon,
Yes.
and then it'll definitely be a thing of the past, right?
That's the hope.
Oh, that's what I'm, visualize, people, visualize, make, and then act. Visualize, then act, right? Then, of course, if you want the digital downloads, you go to the redalbum.org, which will redirect us or direct you to the Bandcamp to get those digital downloads. You can also go to bit.ly/theredalbum, and you will be able to donate, to the GoFundMe. So maybe you've already bought an album, or you would rather just listen to it online and but you still want to donate some money. Go there, click on the GoFundMe. You can donate right there, and all of those proceeds go to NAF and Elevated Access. And then, of course, if you can't get anything purchased right now, that's okay. Just stream our songs daily on Spotify to continue to help to generate revenue for the cause while we still need it, right? Because later, we might not need it. That's the goal.
Hopefully.
We hope that we don't need it for much longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get there.
We will get there. So mote it be. All right, let's go on to our next guest. Next, for over 2 decades, this incredible band has captivated audiences with their deep, soul-stirring chants and explosive drums. Their music uplifts spirits, celebrates community, and honors our connection to Earth. Today, they will perform their powerful track, Mother of, from the Red Album. Get ready to move to the beat with Spiral Rhythm. Welcome back.
Hi.
So, who would like to share how Spiral Rhythm became part of the project?
I'll take that one.
Okay.
As with many of the artists, I was attending the Pagan Spirit Gathering, which is PSG, and unlike the others, I actually heard the news of the official overturning. For months we had known this was coming, but we hoped and hoped and hoped that someone would get some sense, and alas, they did not. And I was up early because what sleep? Sleep? Who sleeps? And somebody mentioned in the shower house that it was official. They had officially announced. And I was stunned, and I went out and I told someone else. And then another person, and I went back to my camp and I listened. And I heard the news travel around the campground. You could hear it as it traveled. And then they announced it at the morning meeting, and you could hear the cry of anger and distress and hurt and betrayal that came out of hundreds of throats, hundreds of voices. And then we had the music workshop. It was a panel that Alane had organized and ran, at the end of which was a discussion period and questions. And honestly, I cannot remember who said, what are we going to do about this? And somebody said, well, we're going to make an album, of course. I do remember someone saying, what will it be called? And because many of us had taken part in another project, the Green Album, I said the Red Album. So that's how the idea was born. And I came back to Spiral Rhythm and I said, so we're going to do a thing. And I'm going to write a song and do it. Do you guys want to do it as a band? Or should I do it as an individual? And they said, no, a band. And I wrote 2 songs, and Mother Of is the one that we chose to do for the album. It's not our normal cheerleader kind of thing. It's meant to be uplifting and energizing, but it is a cry to, hey, much like with Meren, come and help us, come and be with us. But this is a cry to something that is unnamed, that is primal. It is a cry to the primal mother. That energy. Hey, we're children, and we need our mom to come and stand with us now, because we need somebody. I don't know if you've ever met an angry mother, but we needed that. I feel as a woman we need that. So that's how we got involved, and the band decided to let me haul them along with, and that's how Spiral Rhythm got involved with the Red Album.
Wow. So talk about organic, right? Roots Organic Project. Just out of curiosity, what was the title of that second song you wrote?
The second song is called The River Flows. And we do we have a recording of that?
That's on
It's on
that's on the next album.
That's
Thinking
on
of
the, which one?
Thinking of You.
That's on, it's on Thinking of You, which is available on the Bandcamp. And can I use a cuss word?
Probably best not to.
All right, then it basically, The River Flows is muck around, and Mother Of is find out. And we decided that rather than muck around, we were going to find out.
Gotcha. Well, I look forward to hearing it in its unedited format.
It's very unedited right now.
All right, so what do you hope your listeners will take away from your song specifically?
A recognition that we can be angry and still do something, that our anger does not have to be impotent, and that we can feel empowered, and that we feel like we are not alone as humans, but that there's something more that we can touch into that is that primal energy. And that the chorus is justice, equality, freedom, autonomy. And by having that as a focal point, it says very plainly how we can communicate. This is not just what we want. This is what we take for ourselves. We will accept nothing less. And I hope that sense of empowerment is there for those who listen.
Empower us. Take it away.
Mother of the fire, mother of stones, mother of blood, mother of bones, mother of the wind, mother of the sky, mother of all, hear our cry. Justice,
Equality, freedom, autonomy.
Mother of the fire, mother of stones, mother of blood, mother of bones, mother of the wind, mother of the sky, mother of all, hear our cry. Justice,
equality, freedom, autonomy.
Mother of the fire, mother of stones, mother of blood, mother of bones, mother of the wind, mother of the sky, mother of all, hear our cry.
Justice, equality, freedom, autonomy.
Mother of the fire, mother of stones, mother of blood, mother of bones, mother of the wind, mother of the sky, mother of all, hear our cry.
Justice, equality, freedom, autonomy.
Mother of the fire, mother of stones, mother of blood, mother of bones, mother of the wind, mother of the sky, mother of all, hear our cry. Justice,
Equality, freedom, autonomy.
justice,
Equality, freedom, autonomy.
justice.
I got goosebumps. Look at this. Standing straight up on end. Ooh.
Excellent.
That's some juju that move.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Very powerful. Kiki, your voice. Oh my God.
Thanks.
And it's just all of it. It's just amazing.
I don't understand how John and Kira don't fall over because they're doing the breathing, and oh my gosh.
I was gonna ask that actually. Like I was watching Kira, I'm like, please don't let her faint. Please don't let her faint. She's gonna hyperventilate. Man, you got good breath control, both of you.
She's in great shape.
It's my walking breath. When I have to walk.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's bring Draken back on and see if we have any questions from the viewers.
I feel like we're just watching a concert and
They're just mesmerized and they are like, questions. No questions. More.
I mean, yeah, you're asking questions. We got some answers. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah, we're just like more music. That was incredibly powerful.
Awesome.
Love, love, love.
So before I forget, if you'd like to check out more about what Spiral Rhythm has to offer, go to spiralrhythm.net. You can also find... Yes, I remembered. Thank you. Release the pigeons. And you can also find Kira there as well, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Don't go away. We'll have you back in a minute at the end of the show.
It's okay.
Okay. Has everyone liked the show and given it, smack that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell? Every one of those triggers, again, triggers the algorithm. It's that simple. You can make a huge impact. They say small hinges swing large doors, right? So little actions can have big consequences. So this is a positive consequence by you liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell. Okay, we're going to go straight on. Draken, you're just like in, out.
I'm getting dizzy.
You're getting dizzy.
I'm kidding.
See you in a second. All right, next up is Alane Brown. Known for her time with the Crow Women, Alane is also a member of the duo Pan-Fried. Today, she will be singing A Song for Emmeline, a beautiful blend of spirituality and heartfelt storytelling about a struggling young woman. Prepare to be moved, and please welcome Alane Brown.
Hello, Alexian.
Hello. You know, I affectionately refer to you as Mama Red Album. You know that, right?
I was the producer of this project.
She's amazing, guys. Like, she's so detail oriented and so organized. Like, I thought I had my stuff together, and then I met Alane Brown, and she put me to shame. So, like, props, hats off to you. You did so much work for this project and did it so well. We all love you. I hope you know that.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I really care deeply about this issue, and I was very happy to have the opportunity to put a significant amount of energy into something that would raise money for defending the right to abortion and other reproductive health care.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to be the one who herded the cats.
Yes.
There were 19 different bands, and Alexian hasn't really gone over who else there was besides who is here today. Shall I do that?
Yes. So yeah, take us back to the whole album. Like, I did not announce that. In fact, as you do that, I'll go back to the collage.
Okay, so on this album, we have 19 different bands. A few people are in more than one band, but I can look at, if you follow across on the screen, Alexander James Adams, Ginger Ackley, Mr. E, who is going by a different name now, maybe someone else here knows it, Mama Gina, the Crow Women, which is the pagan choir that I'm also in, Brian Henke, that's that top line, and then there's Alexian, who's here today, and SJ, who's here today, and that's the duo Pan-Fried, although we have broken up, and so it's just me, Alane Brown. And then we see Spiral Rhythm. Weren't they great? That was an awesome rendition of that song. And then Celia Farron did a song. Kira, you heard from today. And then we have Spell Singer, who couldn't be here today. Beautiful song called Scarlet. And then Primal Rhythm. Next to that is Louis Garou and Krista Chapman Green, both wonderful singer-songwriters. Sydney we saw today, Richard Williamson was spoken of earlier, and then of course the inimitable Meren King has been here today. So that was a lot of different bands, and we had meetings and worked out like all of the details of creating and releasing an album, and people just chipped in and did various sorts of tasks. That was great.
It was a lot of work, but you kept us organized. You know how to herd the kitties. So now take us back to that moment when you found out about Roe versus Wade at PSG. Talk about that for a moment.
Right, so sort of like other people have been saying, Pagan Spirit Gathering, it's a summer solstice festival that's held in the Midwest. And I don't know how many hundreds of people were there. And they do all kinds of ritual and celebration of the season and workshops. And there's a great music lineup, which is why a lot of us were there. And we were camped in music camp, so we were close to each other. And I too heard early in the morning somebody passing the word, and then there was an outpouring of grief at the morning meeting that Selena Fox runs every day at that festival. And then I taught this workshop, which had been on the schedule anyway, which was a songwriting workshop. And you can see there on the left hand, or to my right anyway, side, that's Kiki, who was just speaking about this a little earlier. And some other people were also in that workshop, and we were saying, this is why we write. A lot of the people who are in that workshop are people who write for the blog Pagan Song, which comes out every week. Louis was in that workshop, Louis Garou, and also Wendy Rule. In any case, we were like, oh no, this is happening, you know, what are we gonna do? We're musicians, what can we do? We're like, we're musicians, we can write songs. And so we decided, you know, everybody jumped in, Sydney jumped in, Kiki's jumped in, with ideas, and it was clear it was gonna manifest. And there were some folks who just didn't happen to be playing at that particular pagan festival that summer that we contacted, including you.
Including me, yes. I was like, "What's happening? What's this?" You know, and then you explained it to me, and I'm like, "Oh, of course, absolutely, yeah." I think this might be a good time to bring on Tara. I see her hiding in the shadows here.
Great.
Hey, Tara. Oh, can't hear you. Maybe reroute your mic. Little gear icon at the bottom. I'll let you know when we hear you. She is muted as well right now. Let's see what's happening. I don't have any controls.
I think it's muted at your end too.
Okay, Tara, say something. Nope, nothing yet. All right, maybe it wasn't a good time to bring you back. I'll bring you back in a minute, okay? Try to see out what you can figure out. Okay, well, we tried. We'll try again. Go ahead. Did you have something to say?
Oh, I could talk more about where the money goes with the Red Album.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so what we did is we started a GoFundMe drive early on, before the album was released, and we raised all of the money that we needed in order to be able to create the album itself and to do some publicity and so on. And there was even extra money, and that was through GoFundMe, and also people sponsored particular songs. I think there were even a few that never got sponsored. And all that money became this pool, and so we were able to easily move through doing the recording, the mastering, and creating the production, and getting the physical items back. So we had the record, and Alexian is talking about this bracelet.
Yes, there's one. They are so cool.
You can, like, you know, see it like this. It plugs into your computer, and he's already talked about how that works. So anyway, we then released the album and started selling it through our Bandcamp, and all the money that goes into sales, like if you get a digital download from Bandcamp, that money flows directly to Elevated Access. We don't even touch it. They own our income from digital downloads, which is great because that way it's not on any of our tax returns, and they're a nonprofit. And what Elevated Access does is they have a lot of little small plane pilots who volunteer to fly people to where they need to do to get abortion care or reproductive care. And so it's like someone's got their little Cessna and they're a hobby pilot, and they sign up and they'll get a call and say, take this person to this place. So it's a real small grassroots organization that's super groovy, and SJ is real well connected with them. I don't know if she'll want to say something about them more when she's on. And the other is the National Abortion Federation, and they're a big organization, like the opposite. And they're the people who run the National Abortion Hotline. So when someone calls in and says, I don't know what to do, they tell them, you know, here's things you can do, and they are the professional organization for abortion providers. And so that people who are in that profession have a place to get together and exchange research and information. And they also have a program for grants for people to travel to get an abortion in some place that they need to get to. And they also do security work. And I just went to NAF's like meeting for donors, since the Red Album is a donor. And they said just since the inauguration, the level of security threats has been on an uptick. And what's been happening is, for example, invasions. So someone will pretend to need an abortion. They will, you know, get the door unlocked. A bunch of people will come in. They'll start shouting and, you know, making a big fuss and terrorizing the people in the clinic until the police come. And that's happening more. So your donations to this project continue to help with gathering that data, providing that data to members of the government to show that there's something important that needs to be done in terms of those protections, and maintaining laws that make that illegal. Anyway, so we have this money going to those two organizations, the little one, the big one, and we split it 50-50, and so far we've given about $8,000 to each one. And my hope is that we can get by the end of this year to $10,000 per organization. That would be 20 grand raised by the donors of this to this project, and from album sales and people playing it on Spotify or whatever they do. So there's some data. What we're doing here is important. It's not like we sent $20. It's like we're heading towards the 10 grand mark. And so thank you, all of the people involved.
Let's push it through. Let's try Tara again. See if she's got her mic issue figured out. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. There we go.
Headphones are just iffy.
It's okay. It's all right. You don't need them. So, what would you like to tell us?
Well, I am here with Alane as her Crow Women introduction. And there we are, the Crow Women. So we were honored to be a part of this project. Of course, getting 6 of us all in the same room to do a performance is pretty miraculous and maybe happens once or twice a year, and just did not work out this time, especially since one of us is in Wales. That is a really long distance studio recording. So instead, you just get a little insight into what happened with our recording. So if you get on the Red Album, which if you don't already have, I noticed there are many ways up in the corner to link in and get your own Red Album. But our song on there was How Dare You? And when Alane approached us after PSG, came home and she's all revved up and, hey, we should do this. What do you all think? What do you want to do? And we had a brainstorm session because, of course, there's 6 of us. So everybody has input. And I think we came up with, and Alane, jump in here if I'm not remembering, we had some people really wanted to capture the outrage about how dare you do this to women and to people who bear children or, reproduce. And then there was the part of, wow, we just really want to have the goddess wrap her arms around us and comfort us. And everybody that's hurting from this decision just needs that warmth of the goddess and the support. And then there was the component of, and we want to tell people's stories. We want to tell the stories of women who, are faced with really difficult decisions and for whom government decisions can really impact the entire trajectory of their lives. So being Crow Women, we couldn't just pick one. We decided, we have these 3 great ideas. I bet we could get them all into one song. So we went off, Lane and I kind of played with some chords and some melodies, and did pretty much the chorus, and then sent out the template to everybody and said, okay, we need verses. And we came up with just some nonsense syllables. It was something like watermelon, cactus, rose. It has to fit this. You can tell whatever story you want, but it has to fit watermelon, cactus, rose. So everybody went into their corners. Most people kind of paired up, and then came back and had these verses, and we melded them and molded them and made them into what ended up being, I think, a beautiful, complex song that I think did capture all of those 3 elements that were so important to the group.
Very well said. I think that, having that chutzpah, how dare you, in there, especially coming from some of your members are older, right? So coming from that perspective, instead of having the sweet grandma going cuddle, 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 they're fighting You know, that's a very strong image of the crone fighting, right? So I love it. I love it. I think you went in the right direction. And even though it has a little bit of everything in it, yeah.
Yeah, people should definitely go and check out that song. And when you check it out, the voice of the goddess is Tara. She sings the voice of the goddess.
Yes. Oh. Very, very cool. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And
I'm glad-
excited to hear Alane's song again.
Yes, that's what we're going to do next. Thank you so much for popping in and sharing your beautiful smile.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Okay, don't go away. We'll have you back at the end. Okay, back to you, Alane. So now you wrote your song with the duo group Pan Fried, which you mentioned is broken up, but tell us a little bit about the process of the writing of the song.
I was writing a story song. It's a ballad about a woman named Emmeline, and she's a waitress, and I just got into her story. It's a gentle story. It's not that dramatic a story, and what I want people to get from it is that, you know, the waitress who pours your coffee, her life may have been a tragedy. We just don't really know what's going on with the lives of the people around us. And a lot of the rhetoric about women should do this or not be allowed to do this or whatever is like this sort of facelessness. And what I wanted the song to say is, here is an individual person, and not having access to an abortion, this is how this affected this person. And this person is someone you will see today and tomorrow.
That's right.
Like, we are everywhere.
This is not some etheric possibility. This is real people affecting their real lives and changing them dramatically for the rest of their life, right? And or killing them, you know. So, like, you know, again, like I said before, there is no black and white. There is none. It should be a personal choice. Absolutely. So, real quick, tell us about this photo.
Oh, okay. So at Pagan Spirit Gathering, where we had put the album together, we decided to do the record. And then a year later, at Pagan Spirit Gathering, the following solstice, which would have been last solstice, we did a concert right during that festival. And so here's those of us who happened to be able to be there. Alexian, you weren't there because that didn't work out with your summer gig schedule, but we had a great time doing something sort of like this, except for live, and for the people who were at the Summer Solstice Festival. It was a hoot. It was very passionate.
I so wish I could have been there. You looked like you guys were really empowering each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so cool. I still wish I could have been there. But tell us the story about Emmeline.
Well, I'll sing it for you. Her diner job was meant to be temporary. Emmeline smiled, a sunrise smile, while showing how many plates she could carry, because this was just for a while. Emmeline will never let you see the dreams that haunt her. She just says, sure, hun, you can have more water. Saving tips and wages for community college was gonna be her ticket out of this town. But a misguided night of the carnal type of knowledge left her all alone, learning to be a mom. Emmeline will never let you see how her heart has bled. She just says, sure, hun, you can have more bread. It was a time and place where abortion was choice. She didn't have the resources, support, or skills to claim a voice. No one cared about her dreams. Now she finds she's trapped here, caring for a son who looks like her hazy memory of his father. Used to be, she hoped she could be someone. Now she thinks, why bother? Customers ask her, how's it going? She answers fine and thinks going nowhere. Each night she washes the stink of grease and desperation from her hair and tries to sleep without dreams. Customers like freight cars on an endless train. Avid eyes, impatient for a table. Emmeline just works on at a pace she can sustain through the weary day and lifetime if she's able. Emmeline will never let you see that the road she walks is rocky. She just says, sure, hun, you can have more coffee.
Very powerful writing. I love the line, she sleeps without dreams. Like, wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's bring Draken on. I think we know the answer to this, but do we have any questions?
No questions.
No questions. Everybody's just holding up
like,
their lighters.
Yeah, yeah.
Holding up their lighters. Okay, so if
That
you would
was
like,
precious.
I'm sorry.
I said
Yes.
that was precious. That was so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. The video is amazing too. So if you haven't seen the video, check it out. You can see the full length teaser video. It's, a short video on YouTube. So
Right, that video was recorded at Argentine Pagan Learning Center here in New Mexico. I live in Albuquerque, and so they let us film in this gorgeous place in Jemez Canyon. So it is
beautiful
sweet just to see the scenery there.
yes, absolutely beautiful. That's I'm going to show it again. That's the video. So that's a shot from that shoot that day. It's gorgeous there.
It was fun.
Okay, so if you want to know more about what Alane and Crow Women nonetheless have to offer, you can go to crowwomen.bandcamp.com. That's crowwoman or women.bandcamp.com. And you can not only, I believe your music is there too.
My music hasn't been released yet, but it'll be linked out from there. So
Awesome.
the 4 Crow Women CDs are all on there for digital download and purchase. And when I get mine, it's going to be called Out of the Nest. And I will let the whole world know when it's ready for purchase.
You heard it here first. Out of the nest. Out of the nest. All right. So don't go away. We'll have you back after we get SJ through the shoot here. Okay. All right. Are you typing your questions? I don't think so, but that's okay. You're laid back. You're enjoying. You're sipping some wine and you're lighting your lighters and swaying them in front of you. Yeah. I love that. But don't be shy about clicking that button because it will trigger the algorithm. And subscribe and tap the bell. All right. Are you ready for SJ?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Don't go away. S.J. Tucker, known as the voice of lore and an enchanting storyteller. S.J. blends wit, spirituality, and unforgettable melodies. Today, she'll be performing her song Devil at the Door from the Red Album. Prepare for the magic of S.J. Tucker. Oh. Oh my goodness. So tell us your story about all of this. What was your first reaction when you found out about RVW?
Thank you, Alexian. Thank you, everybody. Well, I was one of the artists in this pack who was not fortunate enough to be in community at Pagan Spirit Gathering when the decision came down. I had just gotten home from a pilgrimage of sorts, a trip to the island of Crete, where I had spent 3 weeks exploring caves and sacred sites with some other amazing travelers, most of us witchy in one way or another. And so I was all up in my sense of the feminine divine when I got home. And then this happened. And then Roe v. Wade went down, and we all grieved. But I had gotten myself so filled up after long years and months and weeks and moments of postpartum depression. That was my first trip that I had taken for myself, sort of to leave and come back better. And mad props to my husband and his parents, because the baby was potty trained by the time I got home. Good job, everybody.
Bonus.
He was 2 at the time, and he is, no, I'm sorry, he was 3. He has recently graduated kindergarten, so we're right on track. We're doing great still. But yeah, I was very much standing in my power in ways I hadn't gotten to in several years when I got back from that trip. So when I heard from Kiki, when I heard from Alane, when I heard from Beltana and Bela, who is my goddaughter, and who was at PSG with everyone, with Beltana, her mom, performing in Spellsinger, and just grieving all at once, all of us together. There's, as everyone has described, you could hear the grief rising all over the camp as the news passed. I can hear it in here. I was not there that day, but I don't know if everybody who is watching is aware of this, so I'm just gonna make sure that y'all know, all of us on this stream today, all of us on the Red Album, all of us in this teeny tiny little beautiful independent pagan musician music scene, we know each other, we care about each other, we talk to each other, we protect each other, we perform together, we compare notes, you know, we check in, we end up at the same festivals half the time. And this was no exception. So when I heard from Kiki and Alane and Beltana and all the rest of the crew, there was no hesitation in any molecule of me. And I did not write Devil at the Door specifically for the Red Album, but it was a song that I had written during my experience of early parenthood and processing all of the judgments that come at you from all directions, whether you choose parenting or not, whether you seek reproductive care, which involves abortion or not. People are going to be judging every decision that you make, and that judgment is going to come back to you sometimes it is not, and that is just as well. And so that was where I was coming from with the song. And I, like a lot of us, I have a complicated relationship with the faith that I was raised in, which is no longer the faith that I follow. I may not look like it, but I come from a long line of Methodist lay preachers.
There it is.
And there it is. And that's, I probably don't need to say anything about the rest of that for y'all to know exactly where I'm coming from. But it's as if sometimes, no matter what we do, any of us, regardless of the gender we were assigned at birth, the gender we express now, it's almost as if somebody out there is going to decide that you are hanging out with the devil or some other thing that they perceive as evil or bad or wrong or sinful or slutty, etc., on and on into the night. No matter what you choose, there is going to be somebody out there who believes that you should suffer. And I believe that that is nonsense. there is enough suffering that goes around without other people trying to put it on us just for trying to survive.
A woman.
Women.
So here you are in the studio. So you've already written Devil at the Door. What made you decide to hook it up with this? And what do you hope your listeners will take away from this song specifically?
What I love is that when I originally performed Devil at the Door on my early motherhood online shows, which a lot of people came to, and a lot of y'all are still coming to my online shows, including today right now. So thank you for that. I have no intention of stopping giving online shows, regardless of which pandemics are or are not taking all of our focus and energy, because it is more inclusive, I believe, to perform online for folks who cannot travel when you can. I did not have a home for Devil at the Door, and when I first performed it, there was no guitar part. There was no band arrangement, as you will hear on the recorded version on the Red Album, on both of them, if you get the digital version, because there is a version with the F-bomb and a version which you will hear today that does not have the F-bomb, because I'm not trying to get Alexian kicked off of YouTube right now. So if you want to hear the F-bomb, go buy the download, okay? Okay, thank you all. So it was just me and my hand drum. It was just me and my djembe. And I love performing it that way too. But eventually, I realized, hey, there's room for a guitar part here. And then there's room for a percussion track here. And then there's room for a bass line here. And so since that progression of ideas, I have gotten to perform it on live with my bandmates, with Renee Jansky on bass, with Ginger Doss on djembe, and I miss them. I miss them dreadfully today, and Linda Millard as well. I think she may be watching. When we get together, we create Muses on the Road, and we get to do a festival performance together this year. And I have not asked this summer if we can add Devil at the Door to the set, but I think maybe we could probably pull that off.
I think so.
The takeaway that I would love for everyone to have is that whatever you decide as those judgments are coming at you, and keeping in mind, of course, that reproductive care is not just a cisgender issue. Reproductive care should be available for everyone. You cannot stop abortion. You can only stop safe and legal abortion. And what does that tell you about the people who claim to be pro-life? The takeaway I would like for everyone to have, if possible, is that eventually it will be our authentic selves who win out. We will survive all of this nonsense. We will survive all of the people who believe that we should suffer because we do something a little bit differently than they do. I want to believe that our authenticity, that our compassion, that our care is going to be what ends up being written about us in the future. And yeah, let people say you're in league with the devil. Let them go ahead and think that. Maybe that means they'll stay out of your way.
So mote it be. All right, rock us out, baby.
I love these questions, Alexian, and I have loved being with everybody on screen today. I miss y'all so bad. I miss you so bad, but the next festival's coming. It's gonna be okay.
That's
I've only
right.
got a few more days to wait until I'm back together with some of my peeps in this tiny, amazing scene that we have all helped to build, and which the Red Album is just one little facet of everything that we get to be proud of. 6:42 and the devil overdue. Sing for your life and your reputation too. You're unfit 'cause you went back to work or you let the baby cry. One little thing goes wrong and you're disqualified. Well, shut them down for your soul and your freedom. Tune them out, keep your soul and your freedom. That's the dream devil comes when you need him, child. 6:43 and they never let you be. Spitting nails, splitting hairs to avoid equality. Clutching pearls anytime something better comes to be. And they say you're bound for hell. Well, tell them you're the queen. Yeah, shut them down for your soul and your freedom. Tune them out, keep your soul and your freedom. That's the dream devil comes when you need him, child. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, 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 oh, oh, whoa, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-do, yeah. 6:44 and the devil at the door. They say you're a freak, you're a foundling, a sorceress, a whore. Well, not a shock, 'cause you know they'd have said it anyway. Tune it out, turn it off, kiss the baby, start the day. Yeah, shut them down for your soul and your freedom. Tune them out, keep your soul and your freedom. Tell the devil that you're not gonna need him, child. Yeah, shut them down for your soul and your freedom. Vote them out, keep your soul and your freedom. Tell the devil that you're not gonna need him, child. Happy Pride, y'all.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride. I love the tune them out, shut them off, kiss the baby, and start the day.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. I do not engage. That's my personal motto. I do not engage in hate. I just don't even, because that's what they want. They want you to engage.
Oh, yeah. Anger.
Yeah, angertainment. I love that. That's a great. I don't have to steal that from you.
I think I would credit Ginger Doss with that term. They are the first person I heard use that.
Ginger, of course. Okay, Draken. We know the answer, but do we have any questions?
No, well, we have a lot of people who said really sweet things.
No, we got a lot of love. We got
a lot of love. Oh, yeah.
However,
been going
I will
constantly.
tell you that SJ is really hard to hear. Like, her level is quite low.
Oh, man, I'm sorry, y'all.
No, that's okay. Just, like, we've got Alexian.
You're at 100% here.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, well, then we'll just all have to just deal with it.
Turn up your volume. Anyway. So, let's see if that helps. All right, so if we have no questions, we already had the lovely comments, but if you'd like to check out more of what SJ has to offer, you can go to her Bandcamp at sjtucker.bandcamp.com. That's sjtucker.bandcamp.com. All right. Don't go away, SJ. You're going to be back in like 30 seconds. Okie dokie. It's your last chance to give that like button a high five and trigger that algorithm. Also, don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell. And this is it. This is your last chance. Get out those magic wands, because here comes those QR codes one last time. So here we go. To go to paganmusic.com, you will receive your physical CDs and bracelets. And I hope to sell out. I hope you guys wipe me out. And that probably after I get off here, I'm going to go buy one from my own store, because I don't have one of the USB bracelets yet.
I
so
need one too.
I'm thinking I better go snag one before they go away. Yeah. And that QR code will take you straight to paganmusic.com and pull up the Red album. Okay, and you can grab it. Also, if you want to get digital downloads, you can go to the redalbum.org link. And this QR code will also direct you to the Bandcamp for digital downloads. And again, all the money goes to charity. GoFundMe, you go to bit.ly/the-red-album, and it will take you to the GoFundMe page for straight up donations to the cause. And remember, every penny will be donated. And then, of course, if you can't grab an album or a digital download, or you already have, just stream the songs on Spotify. That's, a no-brainer, but you got to do it more than once. I think we get like 0.003 cents per stream. So if you stream it like 3 times, you've almost made it to a penny. Yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But that QR code will take you straight to the Spotify playlist that I built on my account there. All right, let's bring everybody back on. Right. So, welcome back to the stage, Sydney Michael. Yay. And then we have Kara Lang along with Spiral Rhythm. And Alane Brown.
Yay!
And Stay Tucker.
Yay!
Of course, Dragon, my co-host. She does a lovely job. Yay!
Yay!
And then, of course, there's me, Alexian.
Yay!
Okay.
Where's Meren?
Where's Meren?
And we have Tara.
And Tara.
And we have Meren. I missed some buttons. Sorry, guys. On everybody. I have clicked on everybody. Everybody is here now. So I'm glad we caught that before I said this. I want to express a heartfelt thank you to all the Red Album artists. Thank you so much for joining us and for all that you do. If you missed out on previous episodes, you can catch the replays. So be sure to check them out. This is going into replay right now, so you can watch it many times, right? Yep. Dragon and I will be back next month on a regular day and time with guest Edward Sott from Today's Witch Magazine. Have a wonderful, fabulous day. Get out there and fight, and we'll see you next month. Plus blessings.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, much love.
Mwah.